The Prayer Story of Annette Mondragon. Written by Annette Mondragon. Some years back, I felt God asking me to fast and pray. I wasn't sure why. Things in my life seemed to be going well, and I had grown up viewing prayer and fasting as something reserved for times that are really bad. However, in obedience, I began to pray and fast. It was time spent worshiping God, growing closer to Him, learning His promises for my life, and cementing my faith more than ever. After over a month of this rich spiritual growth, the enemy attacked with all of his strength. My marriage seemed to implode, a depression crept in, and I felt helpless. But see, God had foreseen what was happening and had prepared me for it, though I didn't know it. The time of prayer and fasting was preparation for the spiritual battle I was about to enter into. I didn't need to wait and reserve prayer and fasting as a last resource in times of trouble, but I needed to be using it to prepare for the unforeseen battles that were coming ahead. There's a story in the Old Testament, in 2 Chronicles 20, verse 1 through 22, that spoke to me at this time in my life. The people of God are facing armies that were much bigger and stronger than them, and they are afraid, but God tells them in verse 17, "You will not even need to fight. Take your positions, then stand still and watch the Lord's victory." God was telling me, "You've prepared for this battle in prayer. You are mine. Now watch what I can do." And how did the people respond? Well, in verse 21, the king appointed singers to walk ahead of the army, singing to the Lord and praising Him for His holy splendor. This is what they sang: "Give thanks to the Lord, His faithful love endures forever." God asks not that I fight my own battle, but that I worship Him through it, that I declare before the battle begins that He is victorious over it. As I keep my eyes on Him, I take my eyes off of the enemy. As I focus on His greatness, I have less time to focus on the things I fear. Worshiping in advance is an act of faith and trust in God. Whatever you are going through, focus on worshiping the God that says to you, "Stand still and watch the Lord's victory." God has been faithful to restore to me that in which He promised. The enemy did not prevail, and he will not prevail in your life if you prepare yourself in prayer before the battle. Go out into the battle with worship on your lips and watch God move in your life.